He was 10 years old and spent the summer training with George the Iceman Gervin in San Antonio. Harris said, having him in my ear has helped my game and made me love.
David, that's one of my most favorite stories you've ever told from our sideline. Thank you for that. A look at the 76ers starting group. The stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden, and it's Webb in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Simmons. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. For teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge.
Sure can. And just getting on the same page takes some time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will help you do that.
Now here's Simmons. He's checked in for Brooklyn. The 76ers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the free throw, no good. Connaughton passes to Simmons. Pass to Connaughton. Rebound by the 76ers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And stolen by Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Right side, Irving. Powell against Embiid. Irving kicks to Simmons. Now here's Powell. 23 points his last outing. Just 5 to shoot. Shot, high post. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
The 76ers trail by 5. And the pass to Embiid. Dishes it to Webb. Harris outside. Robinson against Harden. Robinson with the block. And they get it back. That one is good from Joel Embiid. And so it's Brooklyn with it. And here is Powell. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And he gets the bucket. Powell's got his second basket of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big that won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him, but boy, you can't teach size and athleticism, and that's what he brings to the party.
Now here's Powell. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. 3 on 3. Here's Harden. That shot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
Here's Springer. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Pass to Thomas. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Took him no time at all on that one.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
The offensive rebound. Claxton with the bucket.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Springer the pass to Embiid from short range. And that's good for 2.
You see why they go to Embiid in close. I mean, he's more than capable of getting it in the hoop.
Powell against Embiid. Powell, the pass to Sharp. Stolen by Harden. And there's the foul. It'll go on the whistle. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Tobias Harris. Harden out there with Maxey. Then there's Webb. And it's Bassey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the Wizard in the last time out against the Grizzlies was terrific. He finished with 23 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both shots good from the stripe. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know when we maybe didn't appreciate a call.
Harris looking it over. Philadelphia moving the ball around. That one goes. Count it.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Powell. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
Good awareness by Simmons. He's so good at reading the defense and finding the shooter and setting him up perfect.
Harden the pass to Maxey. Misses the 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Now, here's Maxey. Guarded by Powell.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one. So it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been every... Team changing it up here. He's had 7 tries at the line, made 5.
Shooting for Brooklyn. KD at the line. 1 shot.
Powell is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Webb, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill, incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin, and he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids, and certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
At the line. At the line.
And so Powell nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Springer, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Springer's got 8 points.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Powell inside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pulls up. As he pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Powell with it. 14 points for him. Here's Claxton. Got a piece of it. .152 left in the 3rd quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That will be foul number 5 on him.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Thomas, stolen by Rose. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Drains the jumper to finish the break. And that's now 6 points for Robinson.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Powell. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And the 76ers call time here.
And, Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
The 76ers making a switch here. Harris is checked in. 1:07 left to play in the 3rd. Passes to Springer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
To the middle, Embiid with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Robinson, all going up court. The kick out to Rose. From the arc, another three for Philadelphia.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Powell down low, guarded by Harris. Pass to Sharp. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Robinson for three. Connects from three-point range. Robinson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to getting the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nets lead by 16. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Then it's Rose. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Springer in at the 2. Robinson dishes to Powell. Over Robinson. Nails the baby hook. 20 points for the Wizard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Harris kicks to Rose. Ball's knocked loose. Powell with the steal.
Solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
I tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Durant's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Thomas. Durant in the corner. Over Harris. KD's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Powell, the pass to Durant. Yep, it counts.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The pass to Webb. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Nets leading by 18. Now Powell. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the shot is good.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irvin's so good at finding holes in the defense.
To the paint. Puts it up from 7. And Embiid, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And in this era of player empowerment, Clark, do you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically, but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them, and that's an encouraging sign from my perspective.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Simmons checked in for Powell. And the 76ers also making a change. Maxi's checked.
Substitutions.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Powell. Chalk up 2 there.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was.
For the Wizards.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Now here's Rose. That's tipped, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.